So Mark Carney had this Oval Office meeting with Donald Trump, and it was really weird. At one point, Carney's brain sort of has to reboot when Trump says really strange things about trade that just don't comport to the facts. So afterwards, Carney, seemingly standing on a rooftop with a lectern, speaks to reporters. And it was a very funny exchange where Carney says, "I'm glad you couldn't tell what was going through my mind during that meeting." And he really lays out in extremely clear terms that he is not buying Trump's BS.
Question, première question.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister Tonda McCharles, Toronto Star. I was watching your face through the meeting in the Oval Office, and I wondered what was going through your mind when the President talked about erasing the artificial border and how he criticized your predecessor and Madam Freeland.
Well, I was thinking, how did this guy get to be so orange? We'll let the Prime Minister answer.
Thank you for your question. I'm glad that you couldn't tell what was going through my mind as that was going through. With respect to the first point, the President has made known his wish about that issue for some time. I've been careful always to distinguish between wish and reality. I was clear there in the Oval Office, as I've been clear throughout on behalf of Canadians, that this is never going to happen. Canada is not for sale. It never will be for sale. Some things, as I said in the room, some things are never for sale. And he agreed with that. I distinguish between the two. And then with respect to the importance of reestablishing a constructive relationship for negotiations of a partnership, of an economic and security partnership, which is what we were here for. I look forward, not back, and I think we established a good basis today.
I really hope that we can move on from this whole Canada 51st state thing, which is, of course, so absurd in so many ways. And listen, if you look at the betting markets like Kalshi, on the question of will the U.S. take control of any part of Canada, 11% believe that, yes, the United States is going to take control of a part of Canada. That means 89% believe that, no, the U.S. is not going to take control of any part of Canada. I regularly use Kalshi to check odds for future events in politics. It's crazy that this is even a question. So there's like two interpretations here. On the one hand, despite all of the discussion about the U.S. taking any of Canada or Canada becoming a state or any of it, only 11% believe that that's actually going to happen. It's good that the number is that low. On the other hand, how is it that more than 1 out of 10 people believe that, yes, the U.S. is going to take control of a part of Canada? I don't know if I should be surprised that this number is so low or that this number is so high, but my hope is, and I admit that it was personally very enjoyable to see Trump slouched over, as Mark Carney said. It's just not going to happen. It's not for sale. Canadians don't want it. Done deal. Seeing Trump uncomfortably slouched over, defeated, that was great. But can we please move beyond this? I do want to issue one correction. Yesterday, when we were talking about the whole Mars thing with Elon Musk, I listed some books that talk about why Mars is not viable as a replacement for Earth. I wrongly said, I was going from memory, I wrongly said that Robert Zubrin's book was about Mars bad, but he has a book which is actually in favor for different reasons than the one. I just made a mistake, okay? I mischaracterized the position of Robert Zubrin with regard to Mars. So I do want to mention that and say I stand corrected. All right, let's take a quick break. Make sure you're getting my newsletter, davidpacman.substack.com. You can sign up for free. Quick break, right back after this.